Congressman Larry Bucshon says Congress can play a role in preventing widespread power outages like the ones that we saw after last week's storms. He talked to News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist for this week's episode of All Indiana Politics.
Congressman Larry Bucshon serves on the House Energy Subcommittee. He says the derecho that left tens of thousands of people without power shows the need to harden the grid. But he says he's more worried about cyber attacks.
I think, storms are honestly a persistent challenge. I do think neighborhoods, that are new, that are burying the lines versus having them in the air is a process that's occurring. But, to a certain extent, you're going to always have some risks as it relates to trees that, that fall down and hit power lines. But the bigger issue nationwide is actually the cybersecurity risk and also what I'll call the domestic terrorism risk of physical damage to substations and things like that shut off power. And we saw that in North Carolina, where it was a very concerted attack on a power station that was planned, and it shut off power for a long period of time. So, it's pretty hard to avoid the storms, but everywhere that we can clear away the trees and other things like that can cause trouble, and also where we can bury power lines will be important. And yes, the federal government does have a role, absolutely.
You'll be able to see much more of my interview with Bucshon, including about this week's global heat record, this Sunday on All Indiana Politics. It airs at 9:30 in the morning, right here on Wish TV. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.